So it's been a while since I've uploaded anything. I got a new camera, new phone now, so trying this out and see if it's better or worse or same or whatever. But anyways, this is a new project that I've been working on. You can see I've already got a bunch of the cuts made, got all the holes drilled out kind of thing. Um, you might notice there's some screws. That's because I'm doing this as a stack cut. Um, so essentially, I'm cutting two at once. I also have some like double-sided tape holding it together, but those screws are just a little bit extra just to kind of keep it from shifting at all. In the past, I've done some of the double-sided tape and it's worked really good. And then there's been a couple times where I've done that double-sided tape and over time with cutting, it just kind of vibrates and the one layer shifts slightly from the other. So that's why the screws are more of a solid point, as it were. So I'm gonna cut everything, and then those 3 points will be the last ones that get cut. And then hopefully, when I get to the very very last one, whichever one I choose it to be, kind of thing, um, the double side tape will hold enough to get the last cut done. But like I was saying, just for now, those three screws are in there just to kind of hold everything square to each other. These were both were from one plank essentially. Um, Obviously, you could see it was a glue up. I didn't do the glue up myself. This was actually, a, I believe it was the long side, the back side of a old dresser drawer. Um, I was helping one of my neighbors on a job site where basically there's we go in and we clean out the site and throw away all the stuff and clear it out because a lot of them are kind of there's abandoned stuff left behind kind of thing and it's all trash and whatever's gonna get thrown out. I'm welcome to salvage kind of thing, and so I salvaged a bunch of pieces of drawers and things like that. I believe it's maple. Just by the way it's cutting and just some of the grain, but I might be mistaken. It might be birch or something else, just because, like I said, it was just a part of like a dresser drawer, and it seems very strange for it to be, something that's a higher value wood that was just used for parts that no one kind of sees, kind of thing. But anyways, I do like the colors and the grain. I think it's gonna work out well, just because with this particular pattern, you could see there is a bit of a color difference between the glue ups here. And like I said, I didn't do that myself. That was just what the drawer was. But I think it's gonna work because it'll be very close to where this line divides. So basically, this top part that actually says welcome will be a bit darker than the bottom half. There will be some, parts that are blending in or whatever. Um, but yeah, basically, the backside of that drawer was a little bit wider, and I trimmed it down to fit the pattern. And then the plank was long enough to get two out of. That's why I decided to do the stack cut. And it left a very small offcut when I got the two together. Normally, I kind of do just singles. Um, doing the stack cuts, there's nothing necessarily wrong with it as long as you make sure your saw is set up. Sometimes, even if your blade is just a little bit out or starts to get a little bit dull, and when it's cutting and it's not cutting quite square, it can really show up on the lower layers and potentially wreck things. So you just gotta make sure you got sharp blades and things are cutting nice and square when you're doing the stack cuts. Um, Obviously, doing a stack cut's nice because basically you only need to do one pattern layout, and then you got to only drill the set of holes once essentially, and then cut everything once essentially. Now, it's not necessarily twice as fast because the thicker material does take a bit longer to cut. Um, but I think it is a bit more efficient. But like I was mentioning, you just got to make sure that everything's cutting square and everything like that. And a lot of times I like doing just, um, single patterns, as it were, to use up boards in a certain way or to highlight certain characteristics in the boards. With these, because it was one plank, the two pieces are very similar, so they'll both have that kind of color change kind of thing going on. And like I was saying, it's just it worked out that if I did both of these at once, it left very little off cut. Like I don't even think it was maybe might have been an inch, like not much. Um, just a way to maximize the board itself, kind of thing. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish cutting this and I'll do another one once I peel all the pattern off and have everything sanded, and you can see the finished outcome.